short walk through New York City today. I just left the Empire State Building at 34th Street, and I'm walking back to Grand Central Station. And I'll show you. There's the Empire State Building. There's also underneath it a Starbucks Reserve. If you've never been to a Starbucks Reserve, it's really neat. It has a lot more stuff than like a normal Starbucks would have. It's a beautiful day in New York City. Probably around, I don't know, it's in the 80s. It's hot. And I think there's still a lot of spring breakers because the hop on, hop off tourist buses are all completely full. The closer we get to Grand Central, you'll see them. And they're full, and there's usually a line waiting to get on them. So if I keep walking up this way, it takes you to sort of library row. There's the New York State Library where the Sex and the City wedding took place. And right next to that, or adjacent to it, is the Bryant Park. It's a really cool place. In the winter, you can ice skate there for free if you bring your own skates. Otherwise, it's really expensive. But the closer we get to Grand Central, Times Square, Rockefeller Center, the busier it gets. I'm actually on my way to the airport. And if you, it's really expensive to go to the airport. You have to, it's about an $80 cab ride. And sometimes you get a shady cab driver that wants to take you around the block a couple times, even though you know better. But you can, from Grand Central, take the 7 train toward Queens, 11 stops, get off at 74th Street, catch the Q70 bus, and it'll take you straight to the airport, LaGuardia. And it costs about $3 total. And about 30 minutes, which actually is probably less time if you were to drive there in the car. And also, depending on which way they take you, you also might have to pay a toll. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm walking, so it's hard to see who's joining and respond, but New York City is beautiful right now. Tomorrow I'm going to go live from Central Park. The cherry blossom trees are blooming right now, so I think it's going to be really pretty. I went last year to the Botanical Gardens in Brooklyn, and it was really nice. But it's been pretty warm, so you can see right now we get all the flowers blooming. They're so pretty. So right now I'm coming up on 39th Street. I got to go to 42nd, runs all the way up to Radio City Music Hall. The cars are not really what you have to watch out for here. It's the bicycles and the mopeds. Gone are the days of hot dog trucks. They definitely are being rivaled by the halal trucks. And also, if you need a COVID test, there's definitely no shortage of being able to get a COVID test, especially around Grand Central. You can get off the train, go right in there, and get your test. I've actually done it before. It's right there on the sidewalk. It's relatively easy and also free. And this is getting close to Grand Central, so you're going to see all the people in the red shirts trying to sell bus tickets. So this is 42nd Street. It's also a pretty heavy population of homeless in this area, just primarily because they know people are coming in. There's a lot of tourists in this area, and for the most part, they don't bother you, but every now and then you'll get an aggressive one. I have a lot of people that ask questions about New York and different tips and tricks, which I'm always happy to share. It mainly just took a lot of years of visiting, and then I moved here about a year ago, about 50 miles outside the city, just over the state line in Connecticut, but a very easy train ride. So I'm in the city quite a bit, but I have the best of both worlds because I am close enough that I can come and do as I please, but I can also live in a real house with a real yard and not have to deal with the bugs and the rats. There are a lot of rats. I saw a giant one as a matter of fact, at this intersection last time I was here. It looked like the size of a cat. It was the biggest one I've seen. That building, that's the Chrysler building. Probably seen it, it's pretty famous. There's a kid, a 16-year-old kid. He has an Instagram, I can't remember his name. This 16-year-old kid climbs these buildings all the time. And that Chrysler building, there's a video on there of him actually climbing like way out up on the tip of that Chrysler building, which is just crazy to me. And then also right down, well, this building right here, this one, this is the Vanderbilt building, One Vanderbilt. It has a really, really nice observation deck with a glass bottom and these sort of like mirror type balloons. We'll cross here because I have to go to this side. Anyway, the security right now in Grand Central is really, really tight. And I think it could be because I think the former president has been here. And when he's in the city or anybody like that, the security is really tight. I always see military guys with the huge guns, but today it definitely seemed a lot more prominent. And I'm going to go in there, so I'll show you the inside of Grand Central, the main terminal, before I get on the subway. And you can see it's gotten a lot busier. Still not as busy as Times Square. You probably can't get through there right now because a lot of kids are still on spring break, especially in the north. They have spring break. So we're coming up on Grand Central, and again, you'll see all the COVID little stations, little tents, whatever. Since they legal, it also smells like one giant weed. Not everywhere, but a lot of places. Chrysler building, and then this building right here that we're about to go in, Grand Central. And you'll see there's the taxi line. There's a little cut through if you want to cut through. I don't usually go in this door, just because, well, sometimes I do. We'll go in this one But if you ever come here, there's a little hallway you can go in, and one person can get in one corner and you can get in the other one. They call it whispering corners. You can hear each other. I like to take the subway out of here because it's a lot shorter walk to the actual station or the platform than some of the others. And also when I take the train back to Connecticut, I take it out of here, the Metro North train. It's so good.
Light, hello. Station. Put some more paket.
Here we are in Grand Central.
Hello.
Famous clock.
Okay, that's a plus.
There must be a lot of people. I've seen like 3 weddings in here lately.
Yeah. Let me see your face. Yeah, that's how I feel with the big guy.
All right. That's the end of the tour for today. I am going to go live tomorrow in Central Park, though. But I'm about to get on the subway. I'm going to lose my signal when I do that. Have fun. Thanks for watching.
Hello. Säger jag, han är typ nu. Fast när man flaggbor. I borde flaggan borde TikTok. Hey. Connecticut.
Oh, but so New Jersey.
New Jersey.